Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome once again, as always, to another helping of Mr. H's Hot Pot. Join me once again early morning for what's become a daily vlog, and I'm taking a different route through the hotel today, Hot Potters, down to the grounds below, and we're making our way inside one of those coat curtains that I showed you in my first vlog, and what they contain is the stairwells into the hotel. Sort of ruins the magic a little bit. They don't look as good inside as they do from the outside, or should I say they don't look as impressive on the inside as they do on the outside. All theming, all fits in nicely to the hotel. Now, I'll just answer a quick question that Mick Byrne asked, and that is, why am I staying in a sports hotel? Well, simply, Mick, I have a love of American sports. I love American football and baseball. That's why we're staying at a sports hotel. I pestered Mrs. H to stay in one of these hotels. No, I'm only joking. To be honest, Mick, it was simply a case of finances. It was the cheapest hotel for the deal that Mrs. H got, and it's the closest one to the theme parks. So you just have to hop on a bus. Disney have their own transport. You can just hop on that bus and you're straight into the theme parks. And because we're the first pickup on the bus route of the 3 hotels that's within this cluster, it means you're guaranteed a seat, which is very good at the end of the night when you're coming out very tired. Now, as I make my way downstairs from my room, it brings me straight out onto the parking lot, and I'm going to show you the old jalopy that we picked up from the car rental place here on Disney property, and we'll be using it for the next few days, so I'll be able to get out and make a few videos off Disney property, a few curios and things like that, curiosities. Now, these videos that I'm going to be filming over the next couple of days, I'll only edit them up when I return back to the UK. The reason for that is I don't have my laptop here that I normally use for editing things up. So I'll be able to put little effects on and then and there photos and give them the attention to the detail that they deserve when editing up. These vlogs are simply, you just put my intro on and a bit of an outro, and that's it. They don't need a lot of editing. Right, I'm now where jalopy is, so I'll whip the camera around and I'll show it you. And here it is, Hot Potters. This will be our transportation for the next few days. I'll just squeeze in between these mirrors here. And this is ours. Not a bad vehicle. Not a bad vehicle. Very comfortable. And it does have aircon. And like I say, this will do us for the next couple of days. The hiring wasn't too bad. And just to prove that it is our vehicle, it's not just some random car chosen on the car park, some big guy's going to come out and say, what are you doing around my car? That's our old jalopy. Right, I'll whip the camera around once again. We'll go and find a quiet spot and have a bit of a chat, because something interesting happened yesterday to Mrs. H and I'd just like your thoughts on it. So, Hot Potters, that will be the old jalopy for the next couple of days. Now, as I was saying, something rather interesting happened to Mrs. H yesterday. We'd gone out, we took the old jalopy out for a bit of a run, get a feel of it. And Mrs. H wanted to go to one of the shopping malls off Disney property. She wanted to go to one of these discount Disney stores and try and pick up a few bargains. So we made our way. There's two. There's one on International Drive and there's one at Vineland. The one at Vineland, unfortunately, you have to pay for parking. Paying to spend money. Nah, not doing that. I'm from Wigan, mate. You ain't getting any money out of me that I don't have to give you. Just let the car pass here. Don't want to be doing a bit of jaywalking. And I think I'll make my way over to a fire hydrant here. I don't think you're supposed to sit on them, but I'm on vacation, so why not? I'll just whip the camera around. Doesn't get more American than that, does it, a fire hydrant? Although it's not the classic shape, the helmet shape. And right on cue, there's one of those golf buggies. There goes the golf cart, or whatever it is. Right then, this little incident. We'd gone round one of the shopping malls, and little Toby, he didn't want to go in. Shopping's not his thing, he's like his dad. He's a typical bloke. Shouldn't say that really, should I? I'm being sexist there. I'm sure there's many blokes out there who love shopping, but I'm not one of them. Anyway, I says to Mrs H, well, what we're going to do here? She says, well, you wait in car, I'll go in. So I says, yeah, okay. So, me and little Toby waited in the car with the AC on. He was playing on his phone in the back, on his games. And I was just enjoying the view, basically. Working out in my head what films I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days. Anyway, after a while, Mrs H came back and she was all flustered. You could see something had happened, and I said, what's the matter? What's gone off like? I said, nothing, just let me get in car, just let me calm down, just let me have a couple of minutes. What had happened is she'd been making her way into this discount store. There was some guy sat on a bench, and as Mrs H walked past, he says, you've got something on your shoe. So Mrs H, she had enough nose, excuse me, got a bit of a dry throat this morning. She had enough nose not to stop and look down. She just continued walking. And he says, I can get that off for you. She's hollering after her. And as luck would have it, she was near the store and she went straight into this discount store. But what she was worried about was, would he be waiting outside? Anyway, there was a group of English people there, and as they left the store, she left with them, and obviously believing safety in numbers, and she managed to get back to the car without being harassed any further. But what I'm wondering, Hot Potters, is what this guy's handle was. Obviously, it's a diversionary tactic to try and get her attention. You know, who knows, maybe somebody would have been out in the wings somewhere. I know definitely if you go into the capitals of Europe, that's what they do. Somebody will try and get your attention, and then somebody else will come along and they'll try the old pickpocket thing. I do know that in New Orleans there's a scam where somebody will say to you, you know, you're walking down the road and they'll say, I bet I know where you got your shoes. And you'll turn around and think it's a bit of fun and say, yeah, go on then. And he'll say, you've got them on your feet on the sidewalk, and they'll name the street that you're on in New Orleans. The problem then comes, they have said that you've made a bet with them, and they try and get a bit of money out of you, and if you turn around and say, no, I'm not paying you, a couple of heavies come from the shadows. I don't think that was the trick. You know, I don't know, maybe his idea was once he got hold of Mrs H's shoe, he was going to hold it hostage, I just don't know. But anybody who's travelled out here in Orlando, I'm just wondering, have you come across this scam before, or do you know what it's about? Because I do know one or two of you from the States are watching these videos, so please leave your comment below if you know what that scam is all about. And it's very easy to get caught out, Hot Potters, it really is. I mean, I got caught out as a bit of fun. We went to Animal Kingdom yesterday, which is a very hot park, as I say, and as I gets to the bus that will bring us back to our hotel, because there's bus stations at all the parks and they're all named for the destinations, so ours is All Sports Hotel. When I gets to the bus, he hadn't got it on his display on the front. Either it was broken or he'd deliberately taken it off to pull this wheeze on me. And as we gets there, Mrs H says to me, go and ask him where he's going. So I goes up, I'm all hot and lathered and all bothered, and I says to him, going to All Sports? And he just shook his head. He says, no, SeaWorld. Now SeaWorld is another theme park and it's another company. And I fell for it. I just turned around to Mrs H and says, no, he's going to SeaWorld. And she just looked at me and said, come on, Roy. SeaWorld, you know, why would a Disney bus be going SeaWorld? And this guy's having a bit of a laugh, you know. And I took it in fun. I took it in fun as it was. I didn't fall out with him and throw my beverage all over him and say, how dare you try and take the mickey out of me type of thing. I just said, you got me good there, mate, you know. Very funny type of thing. I had a laugh about it, but it just shows you how easy it is when you're on holiday or on vacation to get caught out with scams. And that's the main theme of this today. What scams have you fallen for or had pulled on you when you've been on vacation? I know in France we've had the old ring trick where somebody tried that one on us. I've had the old string on a finger. I've had that one. Somebody tried coming up to me. Luckily, being from Ince once again, and as I say, we trust no one in Ince, I didn't fall for it because there's a language barrier over in France, so you're a little bit backwards at coming forwards there, so you're less likely to fall for a scam. But over here, obviously they speak English and they catch you out so easily. So that's the theme for today. You know, what scams have you fallen for? But yeah, luckily Mrs H, she come out of it unscathed, and we will be going up to that shopping mall again. And when we do, I'll be going with her this time, and little Toby will just have to suck it up, sadly. You know, holidays are not just for children, are they? They're for adults as well. Anyway, Hot Potters, this little vlog is clocking up to about 10 minutes now, so I'm going to cut it there. So, I'll try and line it up. With the Coke can in the background there, I'm going to wrap this one up. So, until the next time, from myself, Mr H, it is bye-bye for now.